Good morning, Jamie Davis.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks so much for asking. Today, we're talking about co-sourcing for the accounting and reporting function. Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Are you a coffee or a tea person?
Always coffee.
Me too. All right, Jamie, as an accounting and reporting leader, what trends and changes do you foresee taking shape in the industry?
We know that fewer students are pursuing degrees in accounting, and we're facing a growing shortage of accountants. We also often observe that our clients' accounting and reporting functions are working with constrained resources, but are actually expected to do more. So as I think about the intersection of these factors, I really see an uptick in companies engaging external service providers in strategic ways.
So interesting. And we've also heard a lot of talk about cosource services for accounting and reporting. Can you define those for me?
Cosourcing is all about teaming between a non-attest client's internal resources and an external service provider, for example, Deloitte. And the individual services that we provide vary, but often include more complex issues like technical accounting or regulatory compliance, and that frees up a company's internal resources to focus on more strategic areas.
Got it. So could you say that co-source engagement is kind of like a championship basketball team where everyone works together to bring the best possible outcome?
Yeah, love that analogy.
Hey Jamie, are you ready for a meeting?
Yeah, I have a meeting right now, so I'll catch you at lunch.
Perfect. See you then. Ooh, snacks. There she is. Hey, Jamie. How was your meeting?
It was great, thanks.
Glad to hear it. All right, let's dive back in with the hard-hitting question. Deep dish or thin crust?
As a local Chicagoan, I've got to go deep dish.
Well, at least 50% of Chicago is going to agree with you on that. Now, time for a hard pivot. What types of tasks or functions are commonly co-sourced?
It definitely varies based on a company's individual needs, but commonly includes things like technical accounting, research and analysis, ongoing accounting policy support, help with quarterly and periodic impairment assessments, and preparation of quarterly and annual financial statements and disclosures, just to name a few.
And in your opinion, what types of skill sets are needed to make advisors well suited for co-sourcing engagements?
Relevant industry experience is definitely critical. They should also have experience with both public and non-public financial reporting. They should understand all different angles of a transaction, potential alternative viewpoints, and be able to advocate for a chosen approach. They should also be able to explain nuances of accounting guidance to non-accounting and finance personnel and help liaise directly with your independent auditors. And all of those things hopefully work together to avoid identifying issues during crunch time. I have another meeting, so I'm going to take this to go.
Sounds great. Meet you later for a few more questions. And this I'm going to take for myself. Jamie, how was the rest of your day?
Hey, it was great, thanks.
Got time for a few more questions?
Yeah, we were just finishing up here, and then I have just a couple minutes before I need to meet a colleague for a drink. Thanks, team. Have a great night.
All right, Jamie. How can co-source accounting and reporting services help a CFO or CAO achieve their goals?
CFOs and CAOs are really expected to play the role of strategic business advisor, providing financial insights into a whole host of decisions, which are constantly evolving and now include things like ESG reporting and how to respond to disruptive technologies like generative AI. When our co-source teams are a part of management's process, we're well positioned to provide proactive insights, share leading industry practices, and help spot thorny issues early. Not to mention help alleviate some of that talent crunch we talked about earlier.
And what makes Deloitte stand out as a service provider in this space?
We understand accounting and reporting complexities, emerging issues facing the marketplace, and have deep industry experience. And at Deloitte, our co-source teams have auditor backgrounds. So that means we bring a deep understanding of complex analysis and documentation, and we speak the language of the auditor, and we bring that lens to everything that we do to help support our clients.
That's awesome. All right, just a few more before we hit the door. What's your favorite food?
Sushi.
How would you describe yourself in 3 words?
Driven, curious, and empathetic.
Oh, love that. What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
If you don't prioritize your life, somebody else will.
How do you unwind after a long work week?
I would say dinner at a cozy restaurant in my neighborhood, and then I'm gonna snuggle up with my dog.
Oh, so cute. What's a song that always puts you in a good mood?
Ego by Beyonce.
Such a good track. Finally, what are you most excited about in life right now?
I am planning a trip to Argentina for next year.
Ooh, take me with you. Just kidding. Thanks so much, Jamie. What a great interview.
Thank
Have a
you.
good ride
Have a
home.
good one.